Hi, today I'm going to be presenting main parts of a computer, Understanding Computer Hardware and Software, by me, Christine Lechuga. So first we're going to go over the CPU, which is the Central Processing Unit. The CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. It is considered the brain of the computer because it processes instructions and controls most of the computer's functions. Every time you open an app, type a paper, or play a game, the CPU is working. A stronger CPU helps the computer run faster and handle more tasks all at once. The GPU. The GPU stands for Graphics Processing Unit. This is the part responsible for creating images, videos, and graphics on the screen. GPUs are especially important for gaming, video editing, and graphic design. Without a GPU, visuals would not appear as smoothly or clearly. That also plays a big role, as we said, in gaming. We see a lot in today's world. People really care about what kind of pieces they like GPUs for video gaming because a lot of people make a living off that now. So as you can see, I used a picture saying this GPU versus that GPU. Power supply unit. The power supply unit provides electricity to the computer. It converts power from the wall into energy. So the computer can safely use it. Every component depends on the power supply to function properly. If the power supply fails, the computer will turn off. As you can see here, I also added a picture of the power supply unit. You can see it's a little bit intricate. Onto the motherboard. The motherboard is the main circuit board inside of the computer. It connects all the parts together, including the CPU, the RAM, storage devices, and graphics card. You can think of it like a communication center almost. It's like the center of the whole computer. Without the motherboard, the components would not work together. RAM. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. RAM temporarily stores information that the computer actively is using. Having more RAM helps the computer run faster and multitask better. For example, if many tabs are open or programs are open, RAM helps keep everything from running smoothly, especially when you're working on a bunch of things at once, such as this presentation. I have to have a lot of tabs open when doing research, and I also have to have the presentation tab open and for images, so anything like that. I am using a MacBook, and its RAM helps with everything that you do. Hard drive / storage. The hard drive stores information permanently, even when the computer is turned off. This includes documents, pictures, videos, applications. These are all traditional hard drives called the HDDs, and newer, faster storage called SSDs. SSDs help computer load program much faster, and I also added a picture where you can see how different they are. Now onto the operating system, also known as OS. It is the main software that controls the computer. It allows users to interact with programs and hardware. Common operating systems include Windows, the Mac OS. Without an operating system, the computer would not be able to function properly for everyday use. So like we said, we have some more examples like Linux, and you can see in the picture, it's probably a little bit on the older side, but you can see those are things considered operating systems. USB port. A USB port allows devices to connect to a computer. USB ports are commonly used for flash drives, phones, keyboards, or computer mice. I know not a lot of people use those today because we always have a touch for laptops, we have a touchpad. They can transfer information and power. USB ports are important because they make connecting devices quick and easy. I mean, we kind of see this every day. I'm using my USB port right now to have it plugged into the wall. And not a lot of people use flash drives, but sometimes it's needed for a project, work, and any of the sorts. So it's just a lot easier to be using. Going on to monitor port. Monitor ports connect the computer to a monitor or display screen. They transfer video signals from one computer to the monitor. Common monitor ports include the HDMI, and you can see that I have it in this picture. It is the third one. It includes the display port, which is the second one on this picture. Without these ports, the monitor would not be able to show images. Monitor. So this one is what people are most familiar with, you could say. The monitor is a screen that displays everything happening on the computer. It allows users to see programs, videos, documents. Monitors can come in many sizes and resolutions depending on their purpose. A good monitor can improve experience for school, work, and entertainment. And another thing I didn't mention is the monitor can seem as like that's where everything happens, but that's mainly just for the visual output. Conclusion. In conclusion, computers depend on different components working together. Each part has an important job that helps the computer function properly. Learning about these computer parts helps people better understand technology and how computers operate in everyday life. Thank you.